I'm Michael Miller, and this is Tourism Today.
Powerful news coming from the north. A Bahamian is now the commissioner of the city of Miramar. Details straight ahead.
Plus, listen up for what to expect at the upcoming lecture series by the Organization of American States. Sounds interesting.
Eleuthera is all set for the Junior Junkanoo this weekend. I'm excited about that.
And coming up in sports, Devin Charlton honored for her second consecutive World Indoor title.
The Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Our athlete and SAC alum, Devin Charlton, making waves again abroad, Marlena.
And the good news is she's being honored for her amazing work in track and field.
That is some awesome news there. Congratulations to Devin from Team Access Now. Let's dive right into the news, shall we? International Women's Month may be winding down, but one Bahamian woman is making it clear that girls do run the world after being sworn in as the first female and, of course, the first Bahamian to sit at the helm as a commissioner in Miramar City, Florida. Here's a story.
I am going to make you proud. March 11th, please vote.
After racking up 3,367 votes in the Commissioner Miramar Seat 3, Avril Sherazard became the first female and Bahamian commissioner for the city of Miramar, Florida. After the results were tallied and made official, Sherazard and her team sprung into celebration mode days before getting down to business. ZNS News caught up with this proud Bahamian to get her reaction to this historic win.
I am so extremely honored to be carrying this baton all the way from the Bahamas straight to the City Hall in the city of Miramar, an illustrious and progressive city, to be chosen by very, very smart residents here in the city of Miramar tells me I have done enough and I am trusted to continue doing even more.
Sherazard, whose maiden name is McKinsey, attended the government high school and obtained a full scholarship to pursue a tertiary education at Florida Memorial University in Miami, Florida. She's a wife, mother, licensed real estate professional, investor, and governor of the Broward, Palm Beach, and St. Lucie Realtors Association. The commissioner says she's ready to execute a vision for a better city of Miramar.
Over the past years, while I've been a resident of the city of Miramar, I made it a point to engage officially with the persons who lead our city. Become very, very, very well acquainted with them, very well acquainted with the government and how our city is run. I got inspired because I realized that there are opportunities for change in our community, and I thought I would be that change I wanted to see in City Hall.
But in the midst of her commitment to serve, Sherazard hasn't strayed away from her Bahamian roots and makes frequent trips to the community her navel string is buried in.
What I miss the most about the Bahamas really is community, and that's why I've tried so hard to carve my own happy corner of the planet here in the United States with friends and family who I have grown to love. I come from very loving people and community who knows you fight for each other to the death. And I miss that so much, but I've also made some really good strides in having people around me who I can feel almost the same way about. I try my best to go home to the Bahamas because the Bahamas is my therapy. Some people have an actual therapist. I go home to those turquoise waters, that conch salad, that stew fish, and that family that raised me to be as loving and caring and strong as I am today.
Avril Sherazard was officially sworn in as the commissioner of the city of Miramar at a special reception on Monday, March 17th.
Well, the Organization of American States kicked off the 8th Inter-American Week for People of African Descent in the Americas Monday past with an opening ceremony at its headquarters in Washington, D.C. This week, which runs from March 24th to March 28th, was acknowledged first in 2019 by OAS with an aim to ensure that African descendants living in the Western Hemisphere experience and enjoy the same rights as everyone else. The OAS Bahamas office seeking to make its presence felt in the capital this week with this free and hopefully impactful event.
On Friday, which ends the week, we will be having a lecture at the University of the Bahamas Performing Arts Center at 7 p.m. And we are inviting all people of Bahamas to attend. They need to sit, relax, and hear some of the bright minds of Bahamas share on the theme. And our feature speaker will be a well-known activist, former Attorney General, Mistress Alison Maynard Gibson, KC. And we will also be having a panel discussion with members of the Reparations Committee in the person of Marion Bethel. And we will be having Gail Curry and Mr. Wallace Whitfield as our panelists.
The organization, through this effort, hopes to accomplish this.
We want to advocate, we want to use our voice as an organization to amplify the racial injustice that's happening in our region, because even though slavery has long gone, it's still apparent in today's society. So we want to alert people and to get them to change that mindset.
In a heartfelt celebration of faith and service, 51 pastors from across the country are set to be honored on Sunday during the first ever Pastoral Honors. The event is set to pay tribute to men and women of the cloth who have dedicated their life to spiritual leadership and community outreach. Event organizer Minister Kevin Harris says the honorees have decades of pastoring experience.
We have 4 categories of honorees. The first category is the National Pastoral Honors, and that'll be awarded to pastors who are currently serving as senior pastors. We have the Couples in Ministry Award, which will be awarded to several couples who serve as co-pastors in ministry, or both couples are pastors. And then we have the Award of Distinction, which will be presented to the heads of denominations. And then we have the Lifetime Achievement Award, which will be presented to pastors who have retired and that have passed on the baton to another younger leader, or those getting ready to retire.
He says a ticketed event will become an annual one, honoring those who continue to lead with faith, compassion, and courage. One of those being honored is Pastor Lyle Bethel, senior pastor of Grace Community Church, who expressed gratitude for the recognition.
When I was told I was being honored, one, I was flattered, but secondly, I thought that the event itself it's been a long time coming, because there are a lot of persons, and I've been seeing some of the biographies. These pastors are amazing, the work that they've done, and I'm honored to be among them. Pastors take care of their people from the womb to the tomb, from the cradle to the grave. Everything that could possibly take place. We're there when a loved one dies and take them through that. When a child is born, when they're going through crisis, we're there. When they're being married, when we have to funeralize someone, we're there.
And still to come, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for Leno Wealthwise financial advice on the other side of the break, so keep it locked.
Attention all foodies, farmers, and fun seekers. The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources is bringing you the biggest agribusiness expo this year. That's right, from April 4th to 6th on the Gladstone Road Farmers Market grounds. It will be packed with exciting exhibits, expert workshops, farm animals for the kids, and even interactive games. Whether you're passionate about agriculture, marine life, or just love great food and family fun, this event is for you. See you there.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. ATC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Strong family bonds provide a crucial support system, often filling the gaps that might otherwise lead to reliance on social assistance.
If we get the family structure support system right, you won't see adult children willingly putting their parents in senior citizens' homes. You won't see anyone putting children up for adoption. We should be the safety net for when the family begins to have some challenges.
Addressing the root causes of dependency is essential, as our goal is to shift the focus from merely providing aid to fostering self-reliance.
We must be prepared to move persons from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. And I'm asking the public to join us on this journey.
This has been the Heartbeat Brief, an inside look at the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting.
We are here in the time of need. There's no discrimination. The mission is to relieve the suffering. We volunteer, we deliver care. With donors and partners, we're always here to turn compassion into action. Protecting life and health with our training throughout the year. We empower to heal the world. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas. Community farming for food security. Climate programs suited for our island country. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas.
This message brought to you by the Bahamas Red Cross Society in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Welcome back. Here's a shot of East Bay Street. Our drone pilot, Destiny Reed, is flying high over the harbor tonight. Great shot, Destiny. Well, full shout outs to our drone pilots, Neville Smith and Destiny Reed, who do an amazing job flying out there. So good job, Hill Thrillers. As for us, let's head on out to Eleuthera. Let's go.
Preparations are underway for this weekend's Junior Junk Canoe Parade on Eleuthera. Fern Carey tells us that students are stepping up practices and costume designers are working around the clock to be ready for the big showdown.
With just hours left before Junior Junk Canoe unfolds on Eleuthera this weekend, students across the island are busy perfecting their dance moves and fine-tuning their music, all in the hopes of securing first place and bragging rights in the cultural extravaganza. Teachers Katrina Monroe and Antoinette Curry say the excitement among students and residents is building as the big day approaches.
Our theme is the wonders of the Bahamas, so you will see a lot of bright colors. We're gonna be displaying, like, you know, Eleuthera is known for pineapples, so you'll be seeing a lot of the Afami Islands joining into this.
Many persons and tourists come to the Bahamas just for visit or say sun, and sea. We just want everybody to know the Bahamas, which is a chain of islands, is more than just sun, sand, and sea.
Ms. Monroe noted that there were some issues getting junk canoe materials on time to finalize preparations.
The beginning, getting the materials here, but they're on their way. Most of the things are already here, and also trying to maneuver with the other gentlemen who do all the crafting and building. They were busy with other schools trying to help us out.
Meanwhile, costume builders are working around the clock to complete the finishing touches on their creations.
It's 4 pieces for James Siston, 4 pieces for Governor's Harbor. This piece here is for Governor's Harbor School. This is Abaco Lighthouse.
I'm here working feverishly trying to get all of the costumes ready for both Governor's Harbor and Deep Creek Primary School, so they will have a very good chance of being successful in the parade. And along with me is my natural repellent. I have cedar bud trash and coconut trash burning in order to keep the sandflies and and mosquitoes off of me. And I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that happens before Friday so that they would be comfortably ready and prepared to do what it is they have to do to win the parade.
The Junior Junkanoo Parade gets underway in Eleuthera on Friday, March 29th. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Well, tonight we explore how trusts work, why they might be a better option in certain cases, and when it's the right time to set one up. Diane Dorsett has more.
When it comes to estate planning, many people think a will is all they need. But trust can offer more control, privacy, and protection over how assets are passed down. Sharon Colbrook, Managing Director of Leno Trust, tells us more about trust in this two-part series.
A trust, just like a will, we use it for estate planning. A will comes into effect at the death of the person who creates it or the testator. A trust comes into effect as soon as it's signed. The trustee begins managing the assets, preparing the clients for what we're going to do. We start investing, and we're actually creating the lifetime span of the trust through investments, whereas a will doesn't start until death.
For some families, a trust can provide greater control over how and when their loved ones receive their inheritance.
Generally, when a minor is left as a beneficiary, that requires an adult who can conduct all of the activities of the fund, getting payments, getting distributions, moving the cash. And in those cases, in the event, and not often, but sometimes the person who is responsible could be dishonest or just incapable of managing the trust. And we're talking about family members, the executor of a will, or friends. A trustee, however, is professionally managed. It is regulated, and therefore the minor will be able to receive the full benefit of those trust funds rather than being at the mercy of friends or family.
So when should you consider creating a trust? Colbrook says earlier is often better.
As early as possible, because even though the trust will not have to do very much during your lifetime, your investments would be properly managed.
With careful planning, a trust can provide peace of mind and financial security for your loved ones. If you're considering estate planning, speaking with a professional like those at Leno can help determine if a trust is right for you. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Diane Dorsett.
It's always good to hear from our friends at Leno. Well, let's take a look at what's coming up in sports.
Devin Charlton honored after her medal-winning performance. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
We at Candid Security offer a varied range of security services, including guard service. We do armored service. We do pre-employment investigation, background checks. Also got people for employment. A live business hosted PBX is extremely important to our operation. I don't have to be in my office. I can easily get connected with our clients, my vendors, my NASA office, and with our employees in the field, anytime, anywhere.
Welcome to your Wednesday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. Over the weekend, Devin Charlton successfully retained her World Indoor 60-meter hurdles crown in one of the most hotly contested hurdle races of all time. Devin prevailing in a season's best time of 7.72. Today, the three-time global medalist, along with several other members of the Bahamas' World Indoor team, receiving a hero's reception over at the Cricket Club. Devin walks us through a gold medal-winning race.
I kind of had a second of reality where I'm just like,
I'm not where I want to be or prefer to be physically, and so I kind of had to rely on my mentality, my headspace, my instinct. And so going into the call room for the final race, I'm just like, I just have to do what I know how to do, and that's execute a good race. I think I knew that's what it would have.
Charlton, on the feeling of now being a two-time champion.
It was a crazy feeling because going into the meet itself, there was a lot of talk about, since it was so far and in China, it was going to be poorly attended. But of course, the women's hurdles, we always show up. All the time, and so when I start to see the names that were going to be there, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to have to work a little bit more for this one. And then seeing my name pop up was kind of surreal. Still in a little bit of disbelief because I'm just looking at how my season went and versus like how the race turned out. You have to be kind of a little bit delusional thinking that I could go in running the way I was and come out a world champion. So, but you embrace the delusion.
As we look at your sports on this Wednesday, a check on weather when we return.
Entrepreneurs, are the high costs of banking services making it harder for you to grow your business? The SBDC's Business Blueprint is back with all the information you'll need to get your business finances right and on track. So join us when we sit down with Fidelity Bank and Trust International's Group CEO, Goran Bo, to discuss securing funding, managing banking fees, and alternative lending options. Plus, get his top-notch financial advice for long-term business success. Only on the SBDC's Business Blueprint, Monday, March 31st at 9 p.m. on ZNS TV 13, because only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
The Hidden Disabilities Sunflower is a globally recognized symbol for persons with invisible disabilities.
The Sunflower lanyard made our journey less stressful, smoother, and more inclusive.
REACH is proud to support the Hidden Sunflower Scheme, which makes the invisible visible. So far, the Nassau Airport Authority and the Nassau Cruise Port are Sunflower certified.
So if you see someone with a sunflower lanyard, always remember to be patient and ask if they need some help. Please be kind and always remember to show respect.
We wish to encourage more hotel operators with amenities such as water parks, restaurants, cinemas, government offices to join this initiative, making the Bahamas a more sunflower-friendly country.
Please feel free to reach out to the REACH office at 328-4123, or you can reach out to the National Commissions for Persons with Disabilities at 396-8700.
It's time for your Access Weather Forecast. We had an active cold front push through the northwest Bahamas last night, dumped some heavy showers and thunderstorms. It's now residing in the southeast Bahamas, but much of the showers are over the open waters of the Atlantic to the east of us. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Live Business, where we bulk up your business. In the northwestern islands tonight, right through Thursday, the winds are going to be out of the northeast. They will be increasing 15 to 20 knots, so caution flags will be posted for boaters in the northwest Bahamas. Beginning tonight, those wave heights around 4 to 6 feet over the ocean. Low tide will occur at 30 minutes past midnight. High tide at 6:44 tomorrow morning. And for the central and southeastern islands, tonight into Thursday, northeast winds as well. Very strong winds, 15 to 25 knots. Very rough seas, 5 to 8 feet over the ocean. So we have an advisory in place for boaters in the central and southeastern islands through Thursday. And then as we head into Friday in the northwestern parts of our country, we see a further increase in those winds, becoming easterly at 15 to 25 knots. Very rough seas once again at 5 to 8 feet. High tide on Friday, 7:32 in the morning, with the low tide at 1:49 in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern islands, easterly winds 20 to 30 knots. And they will be gusting up to gale force at times with very, very rough sea conditions at 7 to 10 feet. So we're asking boaters in the central and southeastern islands on Friday to simply stay in port. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Up and down and all around. Hold your head and hold your ears and hold your nose and hold your mouth and hold your neck and hold your shoulders, hold your chest and touch the rest and shake it up, 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 shake it up.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for full weather update. LaDawn and Melina.
Thanks a lot, Basil. So what do we have left on our plate, Melina?
No, we have a full serving of Let's Talk Socials with Matea Cunningham. Check it out.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Today we're discussing a Bahamian TikTok user by the name of Cordell242, who posted a video that now has a whopping 41.9 thousand views. Cordell's content primarily consists of his catches, as he's a spear fisherman. Bahamians, as expected, enjoy his content, as for many, it's relatable and close to home. One of his videos, though, caught the attention of many as he showcased a pretty big catch. Watch this.
Wait, see recording blood? Yeah, I don't watch that. Oh, snap. All right, then. One thing outside, boy. I will always give thanks for my life. Take a picture, man. Every single day that I survive, I will always give thanks for my freedom.
With the fisherman being from Grand Bahama, many are in awe of just how much abundance he catches. Some of the comments says, heard there's some good fishing in Freeport. Your grit's covered. Hashtag Bahamas or nothing. And even the fish proud to be Bahamian. While some fish recreationally and some make their living off of the craft, Cordell's content serves as a reminder that our country is abundant in marine resources. As a people who love their conch, snappers, groupers, and crabs alike, seafood is a part of the Bahamian food culture that most just can't deny. Thank you for watching today's installment of Let's Talk Socials. I'm Matea Cunningham, and have a wonderful evening.
Great job as always, Matea. Now that our plates are empty, it's time to head out, Melina.
Yeah, well, that's a wrap for Access Now. Stay tuned for the rundown.
Good night, everybody.